Alright guys, welcome to another beer review. Today we're going over to the Adnams brewery, a brewery that I've not drank anything from them for quite a while. Tell a lie, I recently reviewed Ghost Ship. What a way to start a video with utter bullshit. So yeah, Adnams brewery over in Suffolk, and this is the Blood Orange wheat beer, brewed with 100% European hops, clocking in at 4.5%, 330ml can, brewed for Marks and Spencer's. So ingredients are water, malted barley, contains gluten, blood orange juice, malted wheat, contains gluten, hops, yeast, and carbon dioxide. About this beer, the medium-bodied wheat beer combines with subtle spice notes with fresh zesty blood orange for a deliciously, can't get my words out today, refreshing twist. A perfect match for citrus and fish. A perfect match. Citrus and fish are a great pairing, so try this refreshing beer with something like a grilled mackerel salad. No, because that sounds absolutely fucking awful. I'll have it with a steak, thank you very much. So best before date on this one is best before end December 2017, so not exactly the freshest. But it was being discounted, if I remember correctly. So, oh yeah. Having lighting issues, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Should we look like the Holy Ghost, or should we go back to being not as ghost-like? Anyway, let's just get this beer opened and see what we get. So, you all know by now, not the biggest wheat beer fan, but I do love blood orange, and I do appreciate wheat beers that have got something a little bit different to them, whether it be different hops or slightly different malt additions to beers where they've actually added something to the wheat beer. But beer in a glass then, and that yeah, looks like blood orange juice almost, with a little bit of a copper twist to it. Lovely clarity. You can see through it, but the glass makes it distorted. Yeah, it's got real like copper, slight lager look to it, but then you've got that slight pinky orange tinge to it. Beer poured with about one finger's worth of a white head, and yeah, that's a pretty damn clear looking wheat beer, isn't it? But nowhere on it does it say that it's like a crystal wheat beer. Oh well. Let's just see what it smells like. I'm not going to start whinging and whining about something like that. It's the clueless drinker. He has no shame. Well, you get that wheat character first and foremost. But then you do get that slight sour tanginess coming from the blood orange. Yeah, lovely citrusy character coming through. It's got that, like, not dank, musky. It's got that muskiness you get from the yeast. A slight hint of banana. And that, like, clawing clove sort of thing, but not too much. Yeah, that like, tartness coming from the blood orange offsets it really nicely, so it doesn't become, like, too bready. And there are like subtle spicy tones, so all in all, not a bad smelling beer by all accounts. And it's going dark again. I'm just plagued by technical issues and lighting on no matter where I am. You know, I could be in the most picturesque location in the world shooting a beer review, and it would still look like utter wank for me. But oh well. Looks good, smells good. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. You do pick up that blood orange considerably more on the flavour as opposed to the aroma. It is very clawing beer. That like spicy, earthy yeastiness is attacking the palate right now. It's a very crisp wheat beer, and the body is a lot lighter than what I'm used to. I've got to say, this is drinking like a radler. That's what it's reminding me of, like a German traditional radler. Albeit with a little bit more breadiness and clawing on the back end. Not too tart. It's got a little bit more of a sweetness to it. Not sure if they've used natural blood orange juice or like blood orange flavoured juice or something like that. It doesn't really specify. Just says with blood orange juice, so I don't know if it's freshly squeezed or if it's more of a synthetic thing. But you could make a case for both with this one, to be honest. That sweetness sort of leads you to think that it could be a synthetic one. But it still has that very slight, like, natural, fruity sweetness and tartness in there as well. It is a very subtle, well-balanced beer. But I don't know. It almost tastes like, to me, sort of like a blood orange wit beer. So I don't know what sort of wheat beer they were trying to go for with this one. Is it a beer that I'd pick up again anytime soon? I don't think so. It's okay. But I've had better beers that have either been blood orange infused beers or wheat beers in general. And it's always hard when you've been like living in a place like Germany where they're famed for their wheat beers. So there's always going to be that unfair advantage that they have. Not saying that breweries outside of Germany can surpass that, because I've had plenty of beers of varying styles that have been done better by a country where it's not common, if that makes sense. Yeah, really easy drinking. It's not drinking even at 4.5% beer. It's that whole Radler characteristic to it. Kind of reminds me of a lesser-bodied Schufferhofer grapefruit. But in terms of a rating, there's nothing too much to complain about. So I'm going to give it a very solid 6 out of 10. Highly recommended. All beers are, no matter how good or bad I find them. Always recommended. So yeah, if you've tried this one, as always, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. If any of my friends have reviewed this one, their links down below. Check out Adnams. Check out my wheat beer playlist. And more importantly, I'll see you later. I'm speaking fast because my brother's going to come upstairs and their little shit will interrupt me. See you guys later.